Guys, can we just like take a moment just to look at my ears? Like, look at my ears. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys for clicking on me. As you can see from the title below, above, this video will be tips for incoming freshmen. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about with you guys is move-in day. You either have the choices of living on campus or you can live off campus. On campus is more convenient for, especially if you're a college freshman, it's more convenient because all of your classes are on campus. You don't have to worry about having to drive, especially if you do not have a car. So if you're a college freshman, I do recommend that you live on campus. That's what I did, especially like to get a feel for the school, like as far as where you need to go, as far as your classes. You can, like maybe on a Sunday, like before classes, you can kind of walk around the campus and go ahead and find out where all your classes are. And off campus is basically what it sounds, is off campus housing. So either an apartment or a house. And also guys, when you move in, like when you move into your dorm or your apartment, wherever you're going to be, on campus or off campus, you want to make sure that you make it feel like it's your home. So if you feel like it's necessary to bring some stuff from home, like you feel that it's really important, then by all means bring it. Like if, for instance, like in the back I have my lights and I have just like a bunch of stuff, so I brought that just because I felt like that would be homely for me. With that all set in mind, you do not want to overpack. When you're in college, you don't know how many times you're gonna have to move, so it's very important not to overpack, because if you do, it'll be a hassle to travel with all of your stuff back and forth. And ladies, this is mainly for you, because yeah, I ran into the situation where I did overpack and I just felt the need that I wanted to bring everything from home with me, but that's not the case. You want to bring just the minimum amount of stuff, guys. You don't want to bring everything. Okay, now we're going to talk about roommates. Sooner or later, you're going to have roommates. It doesn't even matter if you're on campus or if you're off campus, you're gonna have roommates. Now the thing with roommates is that you can, depending on the location that you are in, you can decide whether to have friends as your roommates or you can be stuck with a random roommate. Now for me, I had random roommates, and the thing about random roommates is that people are so afraid to get stuck with random roommates, and you know that's expected, because you want to be close to your friends at all times. You want to spend as much time as you want with your friends. But the thing with random roommates is you never know when you can find that one person, your best friend. You want to be put in the opportunity to meet new people, and you can't meet new people if you stay with the same group of friends. Now I'm not saying completely abandon your old friends. I'm saying having a random roommate can boost your opportunity of meeting new people, and that's always a good thing. Okay, so the next topic that I want to talk to you guys about is having cars on campus. Now a lot of people have had cars when they were back home, when they were attending high school. They had cars, but they're not sure whether or not they want to bring their cars to campus. If you go to a community college, it's really a good idea to have a car unless you have some type of reliable transportation source to bring you to and from your classes. Now, if you're living on a university like I am, I have all my transportation needs that I need already. So we have 2 shuttles that go around campus, so they have different stops that you can get off of. And then you have the shuttles that go off campus. So those shuttles go to your off-campus apartment. So if you don't have a car and you live off campus, it's a very good option to have those shuttles. As far as bringing a car on campus, that's kind of up to you as far as like what you want to do around, like while you're in college. So for me, if I want to go somewhere off campus that's not an apartment, there's usually a transportation source. So we have like a specific bus specifically for the people on my campus. And also, like, if you may be wondering like how do I go grocery shopping or how do I do shopping in general, we also have a shuttle for that too. So our shuttle It runs once a week and it goes to public. So the next topic that I want to talk to you guys about is staying busy while you're in college. Join clubs, join organizations, join intramural sports teams, just get involved. Don't stay at home. Get involved with your student body, get involved with just all the stuff and events that they have on campus. Now, if you're more of a shy type of person and you really have nothing to do, maybe you can pick up a hobby. You can, like for me, I like crocheting, so usually when I'm in my room, I don't really feel like going out, I'll crochet. You could also form a club, like maybe see if your campus has a crocheting club or whatever you're interested in. You want to meet some people. You don't want to just kind of keep to yourself. It's kind of important to meet people in your life because you never know when these people can be like really close. Like you guys can slowly build your relationship and maybe become best friends. You never know unless you get involved. Okay, so now I'm going to talk to you guys about meal plans and just college budgeting in general. So meal plans are meals that you, like if you're away from home, you don't know how to cook, you don't know what you're gonna eat. Meal plans are basically planned meals that your campus offers. My campus, we have a meal plan, so we have these 2 locations, like cafeteria locations, where people with meal plans can like swipe their ID and there's like a prepaid card, so like you could just swipe your ID and you can eat a meal. And I believe depending on the type of meal plan that you get, you can eat how many times a week, so you can eat like 5 times a week, 10 times a week, whatever your meal plan says. Personally, for me, I love to cook. I love cooking. I don't want to eat other people's meals. I want to cook my own food. So now I don't have a meal plan. So what I do is I go grocery shopping maybe once a week, maybe every other week, I don't know, but I go to the store and I cook my food. So usually foods that I cook spaghetti, I cook like teriyaki chicken, I just make all kinds of stuff. The thing with meal plans is that they're rather expensive, and sometimes it's just cheaper to just buy your own food and cook your own food. So for me, that's just more convenient, but for other people, it may be more convenient for them to just swipe their card at a cafeteria and just get a meal. And that is all right. If you're happy, then I'm happy. College budgeting is very important because while you're in college, you have all these fees that you have to pay. You have tuition, you have housing, it's just so many fees that you have to worry about. And that's expected, but while you're in college, you want to make sure that you are budgeting your money correctly. Be wise with your money. Don't waste your money, because in the long term, it's very bad as far as money management. You don't want to just waste your money. If you're good with your money and you see something once in a while that you like, then by all means get it. But if you're just wasting your money consistently, just spending money all the time, then you need to slow down, buddy. Make sure all your college expenses are taken care of first, and then save your needs. Not your needs, but your wants last. So wants first, needs second. Needs first, wants second. While we're on the topic of meal plans and cooking and food and budgeting and all that stuff, there's one important topic that every single college freshman needs to worry about. And that, my friend, is the freshman 15. It's just this concept of freshmen gaining 15 pounds their first year in college because of just being by themselves and just eating all the foods that they want and just not being consistent with dieting.
I'm a victim of the freshman 15, and I admit it.
I like junk food. Who doesn't? It's just very important to just take care of your body. Don't just while you're in college, don't just be bad to your body. You want to make sure that you take care of your body. And I know some people are just oh, we're young, we can do whatever you want to, but yeah, but at the same time, you don't want to have all these toxins in your body. So it's always important to just get healthy, take care of your body, and try your best to avoid the freshman 15, because it's a real thing. Like I said, I'm a victim to it. I'm not ashamed. I'm taking care of my body. I know, I see what has happened, and I'm trying to fix it. So now I will get to the topic of classes and your majors and all the education aspects of actually being in college. The first thing is like orientation. So freshman orientation is basically right before your semester that you start class. Now what orientation is that it gives you like a general concept of just like what college you're going to go to. Orientation is basically like you get a feel for the campus, and you like it's basically people telling you like what you plan to expect, like what's happening, like this is what, like just what happens at this campus, like as far as orientation. That's the time when I was scheduling my classes, so I met with my advisor. And at your orientation, if that does not happen, then you definitely just meet with your advisor. Just find out where your advisor is. Just call somebody. Somebody is there to help you. They're not just there to look pretty. They're there to help you. Okay, so another topic I wanted to talk to you guys about is like the actual workload that you will be getting in college. They expect you to be studying on your own, to be doing like your work on your own. They don't really provide you homework, but the only exception I could really say is for math. They actually give you homework. But as far as like other classes, like maybe biology or chemistry or stuff like that, I didn't really receive homework assignments. But I mean, I was expected to study because those tests they kind of made up for the homework because they were kind of brutal. So that's one thing that you need to kind of look out for. And also bad grades in college. Now don't be offended or like misguided about bad grades in college, because you're going to get them. The things that you're going to be learning is not going to be easy, so don't be discouraged by the bad grades that you're going to get in college. Now there's this concept, or this quote as you would call it, and it's C's get degrees. I'm not going to say that it's not true, but it's not a good quote that I believe that you guys should live by, because if you live by that quote, then it kind of places you on the level where like, oh, so if I get a C, that's okay. Just aim to get higher. Don't aim to get a C, aim to get an A, because the higher you aim, the better the grade, the outcome will actually be. If you're ever having a problem in a class, go to your professor. Like I said before about advisors, they're not there to look pretty. They're not there to just give you the material. They're there to help you. Some of the professors have teaching assistants, so it's very important that you go to them if you're struggling in a class or if you're struggling with a certain concept. They're there to help you, so go to them. Undeclared majors. It's not a bad thing to be an undeclared major, but at the same time, you don't want to stay that way for long. If you have no idea what you want to do, it's best to go to your advisor. But like the first year, you'll probably have like a general education like list of courses that every single person on the universe has to take, but it's best to go to your advisor as far as like knowing what classes to take, because you don't want to just walk into college and just schedule any old type of class, because at the end of the day, if you take a class that you don't need, that's just extra money that you're wasting. You're not alone if you're an undeclared major, and it's not a bad thing to be undeclared, especially your first year. But as you progress like during your college career, so as you like become a senior or a sophomore and then a junior, it gets worse to be an undeclared major, because you're in college and you don't know what you want to do, and the purpose of being in college is to have to gain knowledge about a specific topic or a specific subject area. About sophomore year or really junior year is really when you should have a declared major, but sophomore year, it's not as bad still, but it's really important to kind of learn what you want to do. But as far as junior year, it's really important that you have a declared major, and if at that point in time you don't have a declared major, you really need to go to your advisor. Just talk to them, and hopefully they can kind of help you out learn as far as what you want to do with your life. Now the last thing I want to talk to you guys about that's really important for especially college freshmen as they progress throughout the year is that they tend to find themselves stressed as far as all these different things throwing at them, because you're in a new experience, so it's not always easy to fit into this confusing world that you've been thrown into. So I have a specific triangle, and you may have seen this triangle, but basically it's a triangle, and it's you have good grades, you have good social life, or you get a good sleep, and there's this whole thing where you can either choose two of the three, because you cannot have all three. So if you ever find yourself in a position where you are trying to balance all three and you get stressed, just kind of take a breather. Different stress techniques that work for different people, so whatever works best for you is best to stick to that. Do not get caught up in all the partying and all the drinking and smoking and everything that people in college are like rumored, well not rumored because we all know that they do them, but don't get caught up in that and find yourself stressed. Make sure your health is priority on your list and make sure you get good grades. Now I'm not gonna say to just like not have a social life, because I mean you're in college, so you want to have fun. I'm not saying to not have fun, but it's important to make sure that your health and your grades are a priority, because one, your health is your most important part of just like anything. You want to make sure that you're healthy and that you get a good amount of sleep. Now the second thing is having good grades, is because you're in college for a reason. You're not in college just to party. I mean, yes, that is an aspect of being in college, but you have to think and remember that you're in college to get an education and to fulfill your career and to do something after college. So just make sure that you know what your priorities are while you're in college, and just make sure you stick to them. So guys, those are all the tips and tricks that I have for all of you guys, all of you incoming freshmen, and I really hoped that you appreciated this video. And if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, because I really appreciate those. And if you want to see more of me, make sure you check out my channel and make sure you see all the videos that I have uploaded. And if you like that channel, make sure you subscribe to me. Thank you guys as always for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.